Mr. Chairman of the Villa Presco, my distinguished, very good friends, ladies and gentlemen, let me first start on the note of thanking you for giving me the opportunity to share with you some of the highlights of what I will call my maiden visit to Mr. President. The visit is quite personal, it's not official, so I'm not going to go in depth into the nitty-gritty of what I did with my leader, my president, and my father. First, I was in his office to congratulate him for assuming the office. Like you all know, I led his campaigns in Zamfara State. I was the coordinator of the Tinubu Shetima campaign organizations in Zamfara State. So I am part of the success. But typical of my attitude, I don't poke nose, I don't become a liability. So after the elections, I was in his house to congratulate him for winning. And to thank him most profoundly for singling me and some very few other people during his acceptance speech. The moment he was announced as the winner of the elections, I think my name and one other also were the only Nigerians he singled out to thank for the efforts we put in making sure that he won Zamfara State. And that was something that I would never forget in my life. When you do something and you are appreciated, you feel good and you feel energized to do much more. So since then, I didn't link up with him. And after swearing in, I felt I should give him time to settle down in the office and to do the work that he's been elected by Nigerians to do. So today is my first visit to him, and I made it deliberate because I know the legal tussles that he has been subjected to, which to me is part of the beauty of democracy. The whole thing came to an end yesterday, and I feel I can kill two birds with one stone. So one, to see him in his office, pray for him, and also solicit for his own prayer too, for my own struggles and little things I was doing outside. Number two, to congratulate him on the successful outing of yesterday's legal tussle in the Supreme Court, and the resounding success he got. And I feel it is for all of us to share, especially those of us that were saddled with the responsibility of piloting the campaigns in our various states of the Federation. Then, after that, the next thing I discussed was Zamfara politics. Like you know, he is a practicing politician. So he knows inside out of the political terrain in the country, and especially that of Zamfara State. How it all started, he was at the center of everything. When the problem started in 2015, the fight between me and the then governor of the state and now Senator Abdulaziz Yari Abubakar, we had a serious misunderstanding that led APC to lose the state in 2019. Thank God Mr. President knows inside out of the whole problem. Then after it came the Supreme Court verdict that gave the state to PDP. And that brought an entirely new party or different party, the PDP, to govern the state. And after some time, the governor also decamped to APC. And that, again, changed the dynamics of the political terrain in the state, with the APC then handing over the party structure to the governor at that time. Then, after that, again, came the big reconciliation move by the former governor and now Minister of State Defense. And we all mend fences together and promised to work together. But unfortunately, some of us were not honest with the reconciliation process, and they sabotaged the process, during the election proper in 2023. And that led to me losing my election with, I think, 4,000 or 5,000 votes, and I gave glory to God, and I said I was not going to court. And the governor also losing his own seat, which we were not supposed to, but we knew what happened. So I took the president through that little history, even though he knows it, but I had wanted him to, to share in the little history. So, and today we are where we are, and the APC in the state is where it is. And I feel terribly concerned because we have a lot of followers back home, and they all work hard. It is pertinent to note at this juncture that Zamfara State was the second state the president won overwhelmingly in the Northwest. Zamfara first, then Jigawa second. So I made case for my people in Zamfara State, especially given the fact that I was the captain that piloted the affairs of the APC in the state. So I made case for them, especially in the areas of political patronage, as things are evolving today. Then, sadly, I discussed very little about maybe politics generally, because I'm a politician and he is a politician. And we enjoy the best of our relationship because I always talk to him very, very frankly. And I think that is one of the things he likes me for and he respects me for. So we discuss about politics in the Northwest, I think. Then the Zamfara insecurity, especially in the area of the heavy humanitarian crisis we have in the state, which a lot of Nigerians doesn't know because successive governments in Zamfara State tried to kind of carpet the problems. For whatever reasons, they feel maybe bringing the issue to the front burner is like an indictment on them or a failure on their part. Whereas, to me, I feel bringing it out and letting everybody knows, what we are going through would be key to part of the problems, the solution of the problems. So this, I think, some of the things that I discussed, and we are going to discuss further, and he was very, very happy to see me and asked me to come back, in the shortest possible time for us to continue the discussions. So this is the little I can say now that we have done, and I'm very happy seeing him in the office today, and relaxed, and ready to carry the nation to its desired position. Well, I am not Mr. President, but I like the way you put the question that I think, yes, to me, I don't know, the president is a politician and a practicing politician for that matter, and he is the president today, so he knows where the shoes, pinches. So he is the one to now decide, now, should I go ahead to form government of national unity like I wanted to, or having seen the behavior of the participants, maybe I abandon it. The most important thing is, to me, is for them, well, for the president, he has already realized that, or he has taken that into cognizance that it's the inherent right, to challenge the victory. And he has no grounds whatsoever. He doesn't take anybody, at heart that you have dragged me to court or whatever. It is your right to do so. So now I think their behavior from yesterday onward will determine whether the president would look their way or shut their way up, depending on how they cooperate. I think their behavior from yesterday, will determine his also line of action, what he is going to do. If they take the judgment, with open hands and maybe extend hands of friendship to Mr. President, I'm sure the President, knowing him and who he is, I think he would want to work with everybody, because the governance is something that you need all hands on deck to achieve, especially for a complex country like Nigeria. So I think the whole box stops at Mr. President's deck. You see, it is part of the beauty of democracy. And we just said a very little, we discussed it very superficially, let me put it that way. The beauty of democracy is for everybody, for all the minority to have their say, and the majority to have their way. So they have exercised their constitutional rights, even though some people might say they have gone a little too far into it, because they were all colleagues, or they are still colleagues, at the upper deck level. But then, that is the way they saw it, and they have done it, and it ended yesterday. So my prayer and wish is for them to toe the line of statesmanship position that they are supposed to be, and bury everything and join hands with Mr. President to move this country forward, especially given the myriad of problems we have, all across the nation. So we need all hands on deck now. It is over. They have done what they are supposed to do. What the Constitution gives them is an inherent right they have, to challenge the victory. But what happened yesterday, seals whatever problem anybody might have. So I hope, like the President says today, that he is going to concentrate, on his job without giving anybody any opportunity, to distract him. So, but on their own part also, I wish they would toe that line and join hands with Mr. President to move the country forward. So this is the little I would say as far as what they did. I think it's not a crime to do so, even though some people might not. Like I said, when I lost, I congratulated the person that defeated me, and I promised that the best I can give the people of Zamfara Central is to cooperate with whoever they choose to be their senator, to move the zone forward, because they have elected me once, they elected me twice, and I won over convincingly in the 2 elections. So if now somebody says I lose, I think I should accept the fact that in any game there are losers, there are winners. So yesterday I was a winner, today I'm a loser, so I should accept it that way and move forward. Tomorrow is another day. We are going to square up again. So I expect also at the national level, for our elders to do the same. They have exhausted their, their rights. So it is over. Let us now look forward to building Nigeria. Let us now look forward to the flight of the masses, as things are very, very difficult, occasioned by the removal of the subsidy, which is a must. I was the chairman of our Senate Committee on Petroleum Downstream, so I know what is in there. And, the unsteady exchange rate of the dollar is also, there are all areas, there are things that everybody needs to, they are giving people source of worry, all of us.
Thank you, Mr. Senator. I think everyone spoke